You are welcome to the Guru's Perspective. This is the second part of Wike and Fubara, the man he's told that he wants to remove in hurry. First of all, before I go to the analysis and the introduction into the area where Bola Tinubu came to the rescue, deliverance of Fubara from the onslaught of his Godfather, that could have really assimilated him totally, consumed him totally from politics. Let me say one fact. This is not only limited to Nyesom Wike, the minister, the Quebec minister of Federal Capital Territory. All politicians, mostly the Nigerian politicians, ability to tell lies comfortably is one of those things that qualify them to be a politician extraordinary. Before we move on, just a few days ago, Wike was asked a question. The person you put to replace him in Port Harcourt, hope you will give him a breathing space. You need to hear what Wike said. Wike said, what? What do I have to do with him? He's not there to serve me. It's to serve the people. As long as he's serving the people. I don't even have any reason to ask him, give me this or give me that or give me. For those who heard him, one of them was discussing it with me. I told him, Wike has just told you opposite of what exactly what he will do. But listen to Wike yourself. Listen to him. Listen to what he has said on that interview.
We've seen successors turn against their predecessors in politics.
Yes, yeah.
Would you be worried if that happens to you?
Why? Is he serving me? Was he going to serve me? He was to serve the state. The problem we have, or leaders have, is that look, you succeeded in supporting the person to be in office, right? What you did, is it for him to fail or to succeed? You want you to come into your house to be taking orders. You want your wife to go into tell him, look, this is what I want to do, not what. You see, well, once you have left office, you give yourself that respect. I say, I have done my own. If he wants my advice, it's okay. If he doesn't want my advice, it's okay. But for me to begin from day to day, telling him he must do this, he must do that, that is not acceptable.
You heard him. He really came out to do the opposite of what he said he would do. Now, we may not be able to capture vividly the innuendos that he was asking for 25% of allocation of the state every month. And that the governor told him, sir, the 25% is too much. I will be giving you 10%, which he rejected. But one fact that we can identify, why we may not go into that, because it's still innuendos. Because the governor, that is Fubara, had not been able to talk to us categorically that this is what we discussed. No Wike. Wike had just said that. Forget about that, 25%. Nobody will make me relevant. Anyone that wants to make me relevant from the politics, I will remove the person. He threw away the area of what. But for sure, Wike appointed all his commissioners, maybe except one that Fubara appointed. The chief of staff of Wike is from Wike town. He's from Wike village. He appointed him. Was he also not his chief of staff? It is this chief of staff, I can reveal this to you authoritatively, that when the governor is even having meetings, the chief of staff will just walk in and pretending telling him something. About 2 times, the governor said, but you know I'm having a meeting now. He said, no. He said, because I want to make sure that everything you are saying here, everything I will report to God is exactly what you did. I don't want to. So that is why I'm watching over you. Who will tolerate that? Everyone around the man was appointed by Wike. So having said that, and again, the man had returned back now and restated those he fired. Who were, I think the man is elongating his graveyard. I don't know. Because a wise man would have been preparing now to strike, given the window of the little window given to him by the intervention of the President Bola Tinubu. Let us see what happened. President Bola Tinubu came and intervened. Okay, please hold it. Hold it. Allow the man to breathe. Then what happened? There is now a peace. But I can show you, it's a piece of the graveyard. The torment or the tsunami that will come after this, it could hit both ways. I will not predict so much. I will only think as some politician would have thought of the matter. But before then, why would President Bola Tinubu intervene to neutralize the onslaught of Wike against his son, Godson, whom he appointed? Because at that point, as of that Monday morning, before they moved to Abuja, or before the governor went to Abuja, you can see the police tear gassing the governor, a city governor. Hot water pouring on the city governor. The police, and the commissioner gave this instruction. Were they not working under the instruction of somebody? Yes, exactly. They're working under the instruction of somebody. But let us still leave that and move it forward. Why did President Bola Tinubu did that thing? Don't listen to me. Can I reveal to you, listeners? President Bola Tinubu did not do what he did because he is supporting either PDP or Fubara, the governor that is on the name PDP, whereas he became governor through the same man who diminished PDP and elongated APC. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being the shrewd politician he is at any given time, because he's always first over his contemporaries. Bola Tinubu did what he did because he wanted to save his own kingdom, his political kingdom. He wanted to save it. President Bola Tinubu had known exactly who Wike is. In the first place, when Wike moved himself to the upper ladder of history, what did he do in Rivers? The leader, the APC leader in Rivers, the former minister, the former two-task governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, Wike removed him from relevance. He consigned him to oblivion totally. And he took over leadership of APC while he is still declaring that he's a PDP man. That tells you the destructive powers that this man can ride with. President Bola Tinubu would have seen this. Then what happened? He diminished the powers of PDP in that state. He took over. He so much hassled the PDP to a corner. PDP cannot even discipline him, either by querying him or by anything, or dismissing him from the party. He could not. And he has taken that power to Abuja. You can now see that in Rivers, the leadership of APC, a party he said he has not yet gone to, belongs to Wike. The chairman of the Council of Chiefs in Rivers, Wike appointed him in a gathering to say yes. That is, I'm talking of Sergeant Awusi. And every other thing, he appointed him. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have seen that unless this man is caged now, 2027 will not have opening door for APC. Because this man would have acquired power of bringing APC and PDP in Rivers under his total control, that he may most likely go back to APC and stand contesting for the race of presidential candidate of PDP. And PDP will allow him because he has disciplined Atiku Abubakar with all his cronies. And all those who were supporting Atiku Abubakar in the party. Meaning the chances of before 2024, the destruction he brought on APC in Rivers that now brought leadership of the party under his portfolio. And the way he has established himself with the PDP, if he combines this together, he will become a very, very hot contestant that the APC presidential candidate, if Bola is still alive, no, I don't think he wants to say, I'm not contesting again. We find it difficult. So how do I do this? President Bola Tinubu went back into his cocoon, and he did He shot mathematics, 1 plus 1, and he brought idea out. The idea is that, okay, let me stop them so that the governor will continue. Because some of the allegations Wike made against the governor, he didn't talk about the money. He said that he was patronizing his enemies. He said, my enemy should be his enemy. And he was hobnobbing with APC members, PDP members that were not with him. Now, President Bola Tinubu has stopped this. Now, it is now left for the governor to rescue himself, relying on this little leeway that the president has given to him. Some politicians have told me that if they were to be in the shoe of Fubara, they would, within the 48 hours after Bola Tinubu brought peace to that some politicians will now move. And what would be the first thing they would do? Some politicians told me this is some idea. I'm not a politician, I don't know that. But some politicians stood at that Fubara should have come home. The first assignment he will do, because as still the sitting governor, he has not been pushed, he should revoke the certificate of occupancy that Wike had on his house on Adagio Street. Because if you are in Port Harcourt, please travel to Port Harcourt. Even cab driver, people, they will ask you, have you visited the house of Wike? Because it's the latest tourist site in the whole of Port Harcourt. You need to get to that house. You want to ask yourself, how many presidents in the world combine together to build this house? Those politicians told me that if Fubara would do that, revoke it, within 5 minutes of revoking it, because the power to revoke, the power to sign certificate of occupancy are constitutionally given to the governor. No debate about that. No House of Assembly, nobody will debate that. That within 3 minutes of signing the revocation order, that bulldozer should move there and level the whole place down. Because the constitution provided that you can acquire the land for public use, for interest of public. That's what the constitution given. That once that is done, that at least the thing will hit Wike beyond, that the first 3 months, Wike blood pressure will fly so high that this man now will be thinking of what next to do. And they should do away. That he should buy all the house members. Because what brought them in is money, is purchasing, cash and carry politics, as some old politicians. I am not a politician, but this is what some high-level politicians. Then I said, but that would be so brutal. Then they asked me, without brutality, would you be able to make headway in politics? So what do you think of that? One, Bola Tinubu had broken the hold of Wike against 2027. That is the peace he brought to them. It is now left for Fubara. And the good thing is that now the Ijaw people had come as standing leader. No, this is our own. And there's no battle between the Ijaw and the Ikoyi. No, this is our own. We voted him in. If the Ijaw National Youth Council can back it, and the Ijaws can back it, why wouldn't he do something to save his life? But if he fails to do it, according to those politicians who discussed with him, that he will be a fool at 40. And that foolishness will bring him there. Like Mariposa said, that fools die. We hear work, but for now, Bola Tinubu has done something for his personal interest. But that thing he did for his personal interest now met with the goodwill and the interest of PDP and PDP government. He did not do it because he did, but he did it for his personal interest. Let us watch how it unfolds. The Guru signs out.